Good morning. We are doing canned coffee again this morning. Once again, it'll do the trick. It'll work. I kind of wish I brought both cans, but I probably don't need both cans. I just feel like I need both cans. So I am doing, I didn't do my little walk before this because this is my last morning in this room. I gotta move spaces after my session today. And so I'm gonna try to do a morning recording with the bowls as the sun is starting to kind of fill the room. That happens in about 30 or so minutes from now. So I was like, I'll shoot my video. And then while it's processing, I will shoot like a morning meditation with the bowls that I can post on YouTube in a couple days. But after today, we'll have to see where I do my morning videos at. We'll see. But I will be working in the music studio. So I will start diving into some recording. I had a little bit of a breakthrough last night. I made myself take a break, like a rest night. I felt like I needed to come in here and work because it was my last night in here. And then I was like, I need to rest. I felt it. It was time. And so by resting, what I mean is I sat down with all my audio samples of like wind and stuff. And I started brainstorming, where some of these sounds were gonna go. And I found the one that I want to use as my intro for the cicada. So it's like the next part in the thing. So I was editing cicadas last night. That was my break. But I did have a little bit of a breakthrough while I was doing it, and I kind of understood some things differently. So I know a new way to approach it today. So I'm excited, but I'll be doing better after the coffee and after our morning coffee time. It always kind of gets me in a good mood and inspires me. So we're gonna dive right back into the story. We kind of left off yesterday where, well, the story itself will kind of just pick it back up. If you haven't, you can either, if you want, you can go back and watch the ones before if you haven't seen them yet. But honestly, this isn't like one of those stories where it's like you have to have seen every little bit that happens before. Like, it goes well together. It's a nice flow, but it's not like a storyline with a lot of drama or anything like that. So welcome in. And here we go. The girl began to follow the water's course as it led her out of the valley, deep into the mountains. The trees changed shape and form as she moved further into the unknown, growing tall and silent with a canopy so full that it blocked out any light from the sun. The nights and the days blended together as she continued on. Then one day, in what one can only assume were the wee hours of the morning, she felt a chill and a shiver run down her spine. The path ahead of her was covered in a thick fog, and out of it stepped a giant stag, a monarch of the forest. They paused and stared at one another. Then as quickly as it appeared, it was gone, leaping off into the fog, onto a trail that led away from the river and deeper into the mountains. The girl turned and began to follow. The trail was winding and steep, and as she climbed further up the mountain, she felt the change in the air as the path took her to higher elevations. Soon she saw a clearing in the trees where the bright light from the morning sun shone through. It had been many days since she had seen the sun, and this was certainly a sight to behold. She sat down on a rock by the edge of the cliff and looked out over the land below. She watched as the clouds moved over the valleys in the distance. There were mountains as far as the eye could see, and the sky was full of colors as the sun began to break. Reds, pinks, purples, blending into bright yellows and oranges before being surrounded by the all-encompassing blue. A glimpse of light caught her eye, and she saw a praying mantis stretching its wings to dry off in the morning dew. And next to it was the largest butterfly she had ever seen. Its wings were bright shades of blue that faded into golden orange tips. And as she watched the mantis and the butterfly glowing in the morning light, she heard the wind moving through the trees and the birds begin to sing. Her heart was filled with warmth as a melody so sweet began to surround her. Sorry. Morning. It's morning time. Here we go. Her heart was filled with warmth as a melody so sweet began to surround her. Can't speak for you, so I'll speak for me. These days and these nights, yeah, they seem to bleed into each other's open arms. The light in the dark, that mystery charm of unknown waters and uncharted lands. Distant forests and distant sands, changing hearts and changing minds. Slowly sift through sands of time, through sands of time. You speak to the body through movement. We speak to the mind with words. For the soul you must wait and listen to the silence that's been left unheard. Don't speak of change, show repetition. Speak through moments aimed at the goal. Body's language, hears no evil. Feels the changing tides unroll. Because love is a way of life. It's a practice and art, it's a frame of mind. Oh, love is a way of life. It's a practice and art, it's a frame of mind. We can rise, we can rise, we can rise when we love all. We can rise, we can rise, we can rise when we love all. We can rise, we can rise when we love all. We can rise when we love all. I might have to go get some water between this song and the next one. Maybe I really do need to have those morning walks before I start trying to sing. Be conscious about your actions. Be conscious about your words. The power of choice is consciously acting through speaking what silence unheard. Oh, I found myself at peace. Yeah, I found myself at peace when I take the time to slow my mind. I find myself at peace. Yeah, I'll be slow to speak. Oh, I'll be slow to speak. Let the words take shape at their own pace. So best be slow to speak. 'Cause love is a way of life. It's a practice and get in the water. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. And the sun is coming out there. It's happening. Okay, I should have had the water here this whole time. What was I thinking? What was I thinking starting without the water? Okay, we're back in. Here we go. She looked out over the land and saw glimmering lights on the horizon. The rays from the sun bouncing off rippling waves of a sea that was beckoning her to join. She took one last look at the beauty that expanded before her and then turned to follow the path back down the mountain. It was hard to journey back into the dark forest after being surrounded by so much light, but she understood that it was the path that she must take. This time, though, the shadows were no longer scary. There was a peace within the knowledge that there was a time and a place for both the sun and the shade. There was comfort in the stillness of the trees that towered over her. Trees filled with wisdom from seeing generations unfold around them while being deeply rooted in the earth. Having a glimpse of her destination restored her faith that she was on the right track. She listened to the crunch of the leaves as she walked and felt the cool, dampy, mossy earth beneath her feet. She looked down and looked at the forest floor, red and black centipedes crawling in search of food, a snail slowly making its way over a stone, tiny trees sprouting from the ground, mushrooms and mosses galore. Little patches of light where the sun broke through the canopy and illuminated the forest as if it were a stained glass window. As she stood and looked around her, she was surrounded by floating woodland moss of all shapes and sizes. And as they danced between the trees and led her back to the river, she felt a deep peace as a song from the mountain filled her soul. Let go of the past, the future awaits. Life gives us lessons, we all make mistakes. In the darkest of days where we only feel pain, we might not get answers, but the joy still remains to find love. In the smallest of things I find love, and the beauty it brings I find love. Each new day I see freedom was always within, choosing love. Take for granted each minute I stay, and beauty surrounding these moments of grace. I can't help but bound in the soulful praise. I find love, in the smallest of things. I find love, and the beauty it brings. I find love. Each new day I see that freedom was always within, choosing love, choosing love, choosing love, choosing love. She followed the river for days upon days. Soon the mountains gave way to marshes, and the marshes to swamps. She saw bear and deer, eagles and hawks, a lone wolf in the early morning, and bats flying at dusk, with every animal a message and every message a sign. as the swamp surrounded her with gators and frogs, snakes and turtles sunning on logs. The cicadas returned, and with them a song, to remind her of a truth that she'd known all along. I wasn't going to go into the next song, but I didn't realize that part led right into it. Okay. We get 3 songs today. Every moment has its purpose, every dog has its day. I've got a match made in heaven, things are going my way. Every cloud silver lining follows after the rain. But my head is clear, my eyes can see, I'm feeling the pain behind me. People words, they just blind me. People, they just blind me from the truth. That we can change our stars, we can move the bars, not overnight but with time. Focus, thought, and a rhyme, a reason. Leaves change with the seasons. What is fate but a sign that these words realign? Energy and thoughts with a power stronger than my preconceived notions. Introspective devotions. We create as we go, and the wisdom it flows from the roots to the leaves, from the rain to the snow. It's been spoken, it's been seen, it's been heard. Change your thoughts, change your words, speak your peace and be heard. Speak your courage into the void. Speak with wisdom, speak with love, speak with the faith that everything will be enough. You are enough as you are. 'Cause you're worthy of love and you're worthy of peace, worthy of blessings that never cease to amaze. Beauty and grace. You're divinely protected and guided by faith. You got a hope that'll carry you through all of the days to come. And then some. There'll be laughter, there'll be tears, there'll be joy and there'll be fears. Because such is life. So change your thoughts, change your words, speak your peace and be heard. Speak your courage into the void. Speak with wisdom, speak with love, speak with the faith that everything will be enough. You are enough as you are. Change your thoughts, change your words, speak your peace and be heard. Speak your courage into the world. Speak with wisdom, speak with love, speak with the faith that everything will be enough. You are enough as you are. You are enough, you are enough, you are enough, you are enough, you are enough as you are. We are enough, we are enough, we are enough, we are enough. We are enough as we are. Okay, so we will pick up there when I come back next time we do our next video. We're just blasting through this thing. Ooh, we got some good ones. We got some good ones coming up. Okay, so And that last song is one of the ones I've been working on in here, that I created this choir for the You Are Enough. And I feel it. I might try to find a little video and post at the end of this. We'll see. But, okay. The sun's coming up. I gotta get this set up and I gotta shoot my other thing. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope that y'all have a wonderful day. See you later.